all the way from hot Atlanta, I have brought you Nick Bryant. And man, let me tell you something. You've been traveling all over.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you are a busy man. Now, some of that I know you're running from the law, and it's not just the performing. Now, listen, you've got a new album out,
Yep.
but today you're playing a song that's very special. Tell me a little bit about this song. I was listening to you warm up, and the lyrics are just amazing. And by the way, you've got a killer voice as well.
Well, thank you, man. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
Tell me about this song.
Okay, Life of a Soldier came about, I believe it was maybe a year ago. A good buddy of mine I grew up with since middle school. You know, I went to college, he went to the Army, so at the time he was in Afghanistan and he was in the infantry. And so on his off times he could call his wife and he would go on Facebook or email me. And so he kind of would describe what he's experiencing over there, and it was pretty heavy. Sure. And he was able to paint this such a vivid picture. It's almost like when I was reading it, it's almost as if I was there.
Yeah.
Like I was feeling what he was feeling, and so I figured I'd write a song. You know, maybe tell him, you know, let him know I'm here for you, man, and you know, I feel you. And so I wrote that song and sent a rough demo version to him, and him and his friends listened to it. Probably, he said about like 10 times a day. He said, man, this is the first time I cried in 4 months.
Man,
so I was like, man, like.
It's interesting because you just talked about something I think is so important when we talk about songwriting is the vividness of the lyrics. And your lyrics paint a real picture as well.
Right.
And that's, I just wrote an article the other day about the role of musicians as philosophers and political activists and historians. And you really are doing that with this piece. So it's really cool. Now, how can people connect with you online if they want to grab you?
They can go nickbryantmusic.net or facebook.com/nickbryant.
Yeah.
Those would be the two main ones.
And everything, the CD I'm sure is available everywhere where indie music is sold, right?
Yes.
iTunes and all that good stuff?
All that, yep.
All right, well, listen, you are fantastic. I appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is incredible music. You're going to want to really pay attention to these lyrics. They're very moving. It's very exciting. And killer vocalists right here at Studio 41.
What's the life of a soldier? What's the use of a gun if you keep it in the holster? What's the life of freedom when you do just what they told you? Try to stay in shape, but everyone tries to mold you. Break free from mental slavery. Hold on his position while everyone's drinking tea. Dodging bullets like raindrops, he's gonna take a knee so the whole country can live stress-free. He's sending letters back to his woman at home. She's standing around waiting right by the phone. She can't watch the news, too much bad news. She's feeling the blues and her love she can't lose. But he's coming back home, he says, after it's over. But it's not for everybody, the life of a soldier. I think it's gonna be a long, long time. He says we're gonna be just fine. I'm gonna come home and live a good, good life. And my sacrifice will make it alright. They want a job done, look what it takes to finish. We just want to have them home by Christmas. Seems the things in life that make us happy are the simplest. All this money for war, but peace is our interest. Another firefight lights another night. In a place far away a man can't cry. Where the land is dark, but memories shine bright. Where hearts once warm and turn into ice. But saying not one word of what he's heard. Willie live his days with thoughts disturbed. Yeah, Willie live his days with thoughts disturbed. But he's coming back home, he says, after it's over. But it's not for everybody, the life of a soldier. I think it's gonna be a long, long time. He says we're gonna be just fine. sacrifice will make it alright. It's gonna make it alright. It's gonna make it alright. It's gonna make it alright. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a long, long time. He says we're gonna be just fine. I think it's gonna be a long, long time. He says we're gonna be just fine.